going on, YouTube? Did you mute that, Trident? Private joke. Look at the last video. We have to talk about something today that I don't want to talk about. This could end up being quite serious. Today is the 29th of August, Tuesday, at about 2:29 Pacific Time, PM. I've sat on this for a couple weeks. I didn't want to bring it up. I don't talk about this a lot on this channel, but it's worth mentioning so that we can be prepared, because after all, that's what we do. There is talk, and we're talking mainstream media, we're talking Fox News, we're talking a lot of prepper channels on YouTube that have talked about this. There are a lot of thoughts that mandates are coming back, okay? A school in Georgia, a college in Atlanta, Georgia, Morris Brown University has instituted these. You guys remember these, right? We put these on our faces a couple years back. It's instituted a mandate for those for a 14-day period. We've also heard that 14-day. Okay, look at all the fires going on. A lot of people are predicting more lockdowns, more mandates with these. You guys remember these? Calm down, it's a pen. It's just out of ink. Remember these? The little the little jabby jab. Remember that? A lot of people are saying that's going to come back. Our wonderful commander-in-chief has asked Congress for a lot of money for a new one of these. A lot of people are saying that's going to be out. In fact, the big pharma companies are saying that's going to be out. I believe second week of September is what they're projecting. All the fires, the climates. A lot of people are predicting climate lockdowns. You know, the lockdown that we had 3 years ago, 2 years ago, whatever the hell it was, I don't remember. People are predicting that's going to come back. Media is talking about that. Lionsgate, you know, they make movies, right? They're having a lot of their staff put the face coverings back on due to spikes in cases. You know, I remember all that, and I don't want to go through it again. I don't think any of us do. The city of Durham has recommended covering your face as needed or when needed. What does that mean? Okay, people are claiming that the TSA has had a whistleblower that has come out and said, I love this little pen. I wonder if there's a way I can refill the ink. I had two of them. I actually found those one day years ago, laying around. Someone left them on a table. I'm like, those are cool. I had no idea that it would be so prevalent in today's society. A lot of people are predicting that, or there was a TSA whistleblower supposedly. I don't know how much you guys are staying involved in this. That has come out and said that TSA will be forced to cover their faces. I think it was by September or October. Excuse me. And apparently they have said that passengers will also be forced to do the same thing yet again. Well, a lot of influential channels with hundreds of thousands and millions of followers, a lot of them are saying the same thing, that people won't comply. Here's the prediction that I'm going to make. Are these things going to come back? You know, I'm not going to say yes, I'm not going to say no. It won't surprise me if they do. They did it once. They were allowed to do it. I would have thought they would have waited longer. Because of what we have going on November of next year. I'm not going to say the word. You all know what I'm saying. But then I realized, so I've been going on a lot of media channels about this, and people are saying, I'm not falling for this again, yada, yada, yada. That is the consensus. And I got to thinking about it. A lot of large channels are saying people won't comply. Comment section are saying people won't comply. And here's the prediction I'm going to make. If they do bring these back, I predict that people will comply. There may be less compliance than before, but I think the compliance will be there. And I believe the reason they're doing this now, as I said, I would have expected it to be about a year from now, because of November 24. I believe the reason they're doing this now is I think the indoctrination is going to take longer this time, because the resistance will be greater initially. That is my prediction. I might be right, I might be wrong. I'm not saying anything's gonna happen. I'm just keeping y'all informed in case you don't know what's been said. And a lot of people are predicting they're gonna use the thing from before, and or the climate with the fires as an excuse and as a reasoning. Obviously, none of us want this. It's completely up to us whether we allow it, but I believe the vast majority will allow it in time, and I believe the indoctrination will take longer this time. But I believe that is my prediction is that the resistance will be greater in certain places like Idaho. Okay, the things people put on their faces in Idaho lasted about 3 days, and people said we're done, so they let it go. They dropped it. I think that's definitely going to happen. I think places like that, it's going to be stronger from the rip, the resistance. Those are the things I predict. Now, some things to think about for us, okay? What happens if lockdowns happen again and you can't get to the coin shop and you need some money? You need to sell your silver or your gold. You need to liquidate it. You're going to be looking at online, bullion dealers, Instagram, eBay, what have you, private party, things of that nature. I'm not saying they're good or bad. That's not what I'm talking about. But I'm saying we're going to be limited. We're not going to be, in a lot of cases, able just to go down to the LCS, trade metal for cash. So maybe it's a good idea to stack some of these. Okay, keep some of these on hand, available, so that if you do run into a liquidity issue, if this were to happen, you're not burnt. You're not left hanging. Another thing we got to think about. I'm not going to give specific tips here. I will tell you that last time this came around, I did have certain medical stocks, though I find them to be something I morally disagree with. I can't change how things are going. I did make quite a bit of a profit. I made about 4,700%. Didn't have enough in there to make it big. Well, I think if we're paying attention with the way things are going and what the media is telling folks, I think if we pay attention, we can position ourselves to make a great deal of profit on certain stocks in the stock market. That's what I am doing right now. I am trying to set myself up in a position to, I don't think I'll make the profits I made before, but I'm definitely going to have more invested so that when I do make the profits, I can enjoy that. I can't change the future. I can't change the path of things. I can't change the way things are headed. I got to make some cash. I got to make some profit. So I think this can be a really good opportunity for those of us who do play those markets to potentially profit. And I'm not going to give specific tips on that. I'm not a financial advisor. I don't have a crystal ball. Make your own decisions. Do your own research. I'm just letting you all know what's going on, what might potentially be coming down the pipe, and giving you my take on it. Like the video, subscribe, hit the bell, hit the subscribe, leave a comment. I love conversing back and forth. Tell me what you think is going to happen. Tell me how you think people are going to respond. Tell me if you think nothing's going to happen at all. I want to know where your heads are at. I want to know how you're preparing for possible situations coming in the future. What you're going to do about it, what you're not going to do about it. Are you just going to roll over? Are you going to say nope? Are you going to stick to it? Are you going to be prepared? If you say no, are you going to be prepared for what might happen? I mean, that pushback is never going to be easy. There's always going to be a consequence. Are you going to be willing to pay that consequence and suffer that consequence? Anyway, not a financial advisor, not a crystal ball teller. Just giving you all my take. You do you. Make your own choices. Make your own decisions. Hopefully, I'm able to, present something to you that you didn't, know was potentially happening, or get you thinking a different direction. That's my only intent. And whatever you do, don't forget, keep stacking.